Darkscythe or Nicole made a video on me. Commentary chronicles Akumu gets aborted. Now the video starts off great. It has some Star Wars references, a hilarious intro, and then Nicole starts getting into reading some of my comments. The thing that I referenced in my pronoun video as to why Nicole was a little bit upset with me. Why the panties were in a twist. It's what follows up that's pretty fucking hilarious.
To think Darkscythe could fall this low. You either die a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Who is this?
I'm just a commentator, that's all. Who I am doesn't really matter. What is relevant is this deformed hunk of a man. What is relevant is this deformed husk of a man you once were. Did jar really tear you a new one this bad? How does it feel to become the very thing you found ridiculous, and rightfully so? So many questions.
LOL. I don't know, man, but I don't remember asking.
You didn't ask. I did. I really don't see how you not asking correlates to this, but okay.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
This is actually a comment section.
What's a comment section? God, he's such a tryhard, it's kind of embarrassing. Oh, and apparently he was a pussy and deleted comments because, oh no, I got trolled by the leftoid tranner. I can't let my neckbeard incel audience who calls me daddy see. Oh no.
I deleted these. Are you sure about that? Well, that's funny. Nicole, you fucked yourself when you put your old videos back up, because I went and checked if I deleted these. So imagine my shock when I was able to find my comments. But when Jokun went to check for me, he couldn't see my comments. And to add to this, I commented on your A-Logger stream 3 weeks ago, and he couldn't see that either. Including my test comment being Kachow, which was commented to check if there was some kind of YouTube problem. This means you just flat out lied in your video, and you have me blocked to hide my comments. But hold on, folks. It gets better. Nicole is accusing me of deleting comments, but deleted one of his comments in response to me 7 days ago. A specific comment where he accused me of copying him with Spurg Chronicles, and I corrected him and said it was actually a reference to Mediker's Hugbox Chronicles. Well, aren't you just a hypocrite?
But he seems to have a bit of an obsession with Darkscythe, who I allegedly murdered in cold blood in 2019. It's to the point where it's a bit reminiscent of Kylo Ren's obsession with his grandfather, Darth Vader, copying not just his aesthetics, but also his goals and ambitions. He is obsessed to the point where if you can find a video, even so much as tangentially related to me, you're more than likely going to find him in that comment section. Exhibit A, a troll video I made on an alt account back in fucking 2018 about as esoteric as it gets and can probably only be found if you're digging like really fucking deep. Exhibit B, a random re-upload of a response to me that was uploaded in 2017? Well, surely he wouldn't.
You lost your wings, my boy. Sadness.
Now look, I don't want anyone to take this as some sort of ardent defense of the slideshow commentary community. Overall, I think their videos are boring and lackluster. That opinion has stayed pretty consistent over the years. I think my main problem with this individual would be the fact that he is clearly obsessed with me ripping off what myself and Mediker were doing in 2016, being transphobic just for the sake of being edgy and profound, and overall being the coping spurg he supposedly declared jihad against. While the screenshot commentary community, or whatever the fuck they call themselves now, make boring and uninteresting videos, So does Akumu.
None of my videos are making fun of them or criticizing them for not making interesting videos. I never said I make more interesting content than they do. That's a subjective fucking opinion. There's no possible way to prove that. However, what I can and have proven is that this community has a bit of a problem with any time any criticism goes to them or their king, several of them will dogpile on the individual and deny the person being right. And oftentimes they end up being right.
Back in 2016, of course his argument is, well, they're doing the same shit that they did back when you trolled the CC back in 2016, Darkscythe. Okay, well, fair enough, I guess, but is it really necessary to attack them again if I've already supposedly done my job? Even he admits that he won't have nearly as much of an impact as I did in 2016.
I greatly appreciate it. As much as you all are acting like it's some kind of insult, I find it beautiful, because the amount of constant spurging over Darkscythe just makes it a compliment. I doubt I'll even have the same effect he had on you all.
So, I'm confused as to what the point is of copying my edgy persona and aesthetic, regurgitating the same points of mine, when even he himself admits it won't pack as much of a punch. Maybe he's going for the gamer from Mars meme, I don't know. It seems to me that he's just run out of ideas and can't come up with anything original for once in his life. So he just rehashes the same shit that I did for views and pats on the back from his brain-dead, frothing at the mouth, sock-chewing audience. It's like he saw those SJW compilation videos from like 2016, then he decided, fuck it, just re-upload them and let the algorithm sort it out, blow for blow, beat for beat. Now, his main defense is attempting to hyperfixate on people, pointing out that he uses the same background as I did in my videos back in the day, and his main rebuttal to this is that he supposedly used the background on his video on Doodle Tones back in 2020, before he even knew who I was.
Like I'm supposed to give a shit. But come on, guys. They don't do the same shit as the past. I'm the one that's stuck in the past. Now, regarding this background, I used this same background in my video talking about Doodles in 2020, before I knew who Darkscythe was and the role he played in that drama.
There's a few problems with this, though. One, it ignores all of the other blatant appropriations of jokes and aesthetics. Two, the supposed video on Doodle Tones is nowhere to be found on his channel.
Are you sure about that?
Nor does he show it in the video where he claims this.
It was used in my video on the FCK, including Doodle Tones, on November 26th of 2020.
Comments I showed you at the beginning of my spiel, they were indeed from 2020, and I'm going to prove it. Those comments have since been deleted. I can't find them.
Oh, they're totally deleted.
May 2021, that I decided not to upload because, well, shit, I don't remember. I was on pills. Fuck you.
Oh, fuck. We fucking got it, boys. She said she was on pills. Let's fucking go. You're not like me at all. I'm drug-free. I'm alcohol-free. I'm a Bible-thumping, right-hoid, straight-edge superstar. Let's fucking go.
Shut the fuck up, retard. Anyway, I finished the video in May 2021. The comments were postmarked 6 months prior in said video, meaning he had to have known about me in 2020. But okay.
Alright, Nicole finished his video in May 2021, but the comments were made 6 months ago prior to him finishing the video, right? That means I made those comments in December 2020, right? Wait a second, what did I say in my video that discussed Nicole? If you're wondering why Nicole's panties are in a twist, I think I know why, and my idea might be right on the money. When I actually learned of Darkscythe and looked at some of the content and learned about him in late 2020 to 2021, after responding to the FCK, I made fun of her a little bit. I poked fun at some of the retarded shit she said in some of those YouTube videos. Now, why? Well, Nicole has a lot of those videos taken down. Now, if you're a little confused, let me enlighten you. The problem with Nicole's argument is that Nicole is directly ignoring the fact that I clearly stated late 2020 and early 2021. And like the retard that he is now, he admitted that these comments came from December 2020. Not only did he just shoot himself in the fucking foot, like several slideshow commentators have been recently, but he also admitted that he made a video over those comments. I'm starting to think that autism is just going around. If you're around it for too long, you might end up catching it. Fantastic job, Nicole. You just did the exact type of shit the SEC does. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
He used this background before he knew me. Is this pedantic?
Yeah, probably. But the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice. See, say your
Let's see some more shit he took from both me and Medicare.
Ah, yes, the clickbait thumbnail that was specifically made to piss them off, with the gun to the head still in the Doom 2016 background that Darkscythe used in 2017, which doesn't even happen in the video. That still, over that background, doesn't even appear one time in the video. They appear separately, but they never appeared together. The thumbnail was specifically made to annoy them, for irony. Funny enough, Nicole made a comment on the video talking about the thumbnail, and I even told him that the thumbnail doesn't even happen in the video once, that it's for irony's sake. But Darkscythe, I thought you said I was ripping off your commentary chronicles. Oh, but that's right. I specifically told you that the Spurg Chronicles title was in reference to Medicare's Hugbox Chronicles, so you changed it for your video. That's cute.
Heroes Q, like that was supposed to hurt my fifis or something.
An SEC member criticizing others for dragging out points. Now that's adorable. The SEC definitely aren't known for that same thing. Now, Doodles was mentioned 2 or 3 times in some of the comments. Best part comes from Mr. A, who's the one saying I'm pretending to be Darkscythe. Mentioning Darkscythe. The act of pretending. You know what? Maybe, just maybe, he's right. He'd know all about pretending. I mean, he did LARP as a Yu-Gi-Oh character.
Not everyone is nice in this world, but what else should I expect from a man-child that LARPs as a Yu-Gi-Oh character in his videos?
I didn't try to hide the fact that you talked about that. In fact, I admitted in the video, Nicole also made fun of him for this. Maybe you missed the fucking point, which was he's saying I'm pretending to be you despite LARPing as a Yu-Gi-Oh character, so surely he must know what pretending's like. Again, don't know how many times I have to fucking say this, but the entire point of my 4 videos so far on this community has been to talk about present events and what they're currently doing in making comparisons to the past. Do the hormone pills still have your mind fucking boggled and all over the place? Are you not yet used to them?
Well, shit, I don't remember. I was on pills. Fuck you.
Otherwise, why do I feel like I have to walk you through this? Like I'm walking a senior citizen across the street.
Let's talk about his transphobia for a minute, shall we? So he claims he isn't transphobic, and his misgendering of trans people isn't from a place of hate or a conscious effort. But that prompts the question, why call Doodle Tones her dead name?
Back in 2020, before I even knew who Darkscythe was, I was compared to him for calling Doodles Sean and referring to him with male pronouns. That Darkscythe did the same and that even he apologized for it, like I'm supposed to give a shit.
What exactly is the utility in this?
Because his name is Sean. It's not like people don't know who I'm referring to when I say Sean. People are very aware of who I'm referring to. And either way, I've called him Sean or Susie. I don't give a shit enough if someone rebrands or changes their fucking name. This isn't something that just specifically happens with trans people. For instance, you go by Nicole, I still call you Darkscythe at times, because you're still Darkscythe. Toganinium, I still call Dwebley. I even make fun of him and call him Dwebbles. Another example, the Insane Critic. I think he goes by Gravely Stupid or some other random shit. Apparently he's changed it a lot. I don't give a shit enough to keep up with it.
It's clearly a conscious effort on your part to degrade her for being trans.
Oh, the horror, the human atrocity, the degradation. I called him Sean. I called him his literal name. Oh, the degradation, the meaniness. I genuinely have a hard time taking you seriously. Me calling him Sean is not degrading him. Calling him Doodle Diapers would be degrading him. And yes, I will proudly admit that I degrade him for having a diaper fetish.
Opportunity to express your disdain for us.
Also, this crow is built like Abby. Look at them arbs.
What human rights did I violate with that comparison? Where's this hatred of an entire group of people because I pointed out a similarity with a character that isn't even trans?
Video just vanished. Princess Kai fucking striked it.
Now this one's a bit of a desperate reach from Darkscythe. The point of this segment is to show me being transphobic, and so far, it's been really shit. Especially this. Me calling Kai Weiss princess because he called himself Prince Kai. Now, it could simply be that Darkscythe doesn't understand everything that happened with Kai. That's fine. However, it's a bit of a reach to say that it's transphobic for me to refer to someone who called himself a prince as princess because he's such a fucking pussy, because he's a giant fucking coward. And the reason why Nicole put this in here, because way after my video ended 2022, quite a few months after, Kai came out as being non-binary or something. He didn't even identify as that when I called him a princess. And again, I don't give a shit.
Carmen's a woman. Others believe Carmen's a man because he's a male. So, they call Carmen a he. Neko calls Carmen a she. Why do they do that? Because differing beliefs.
It's pure ideology.
But stop pretending like it isn't a conscious effort when it clearly is. Not to mention you have a history of purposefully misgendering people in your videos, so sorry, I really don't buy the narrative you're attempting to push. Again, you're transphobic, you're bioessentialist, like, whatever. I don't really care at the end of the day, since you're probably going to end up putting on the programmer socks, take your poppers and your estrogen, and break out of your egg in a few years anyway. Just own up to the fact that you hate trans people.
If you want to tell yourself that I hate an entire group of people because I don't agree with their beliefs, if that's your coping method, then go right fucking ahead. I'm not going to change your opinion. I'm not going to make you realize that someone disagreeing with your fucking belief doesn't mean that they hate you. Suck it up, Buttercup. Not everyone is going to tell you what you want to hear, and not everyone is going to hold your hand in life.
That's all I have to say, but there's something else your idol would like to say. You want Darkscythe so bad? You fucking got him. Hey, you fucking sweaty-ass man-boy with your smelly toes. Wake up.
What?
Say the funny.
About my own flesh and blood?
Yeah.
Well, alright. So I think, Akumu, you're not really playing with a full deck, are you? Think you might have a extra chromosome or two up in there. Which makes sense considering your obsession with chromosomes.
The SRY factor and irony, those are my obsessions. But please do continue. I'm enjoying this.
I wonder how you ended up like this.
Well, if you're so curious, mommy issues.
One of the quote-unquote people I used to pick on had some underlying conditions. In your case, I think it's trauma. Trauma, which led to loneliness, which leads to isolation, which leads to seeking out a community of like-minded individuals. But what spurred you on to choosing this path of degeneracy? You know what I think? I think the most traumatic thing to ever happen to you was probably mommy and daddy saying they weren't splitting up because of you. Which, let's be honest, kid, was probably a lie.
Well, he was close. Not quite there just yet, but he was close.
Your favorite console. When, here's a Nintendo 3DS, bud.
What's a Nintendo 3DS?
And we'll take you to Arby's after all this blows over.
Oh, boy, Arby's!
But they didn't take you to Arby's, did they, pal? No. You went into foster care. Yeah. Now put your mouth on the fucking curb and say my goddamn name.
Martha? Shit, no. Heisenberg. No, fuck. Darth Syphilis. Honestly? Really? Oh, just got me in tears. Oh, trust me. I know. I'm genuinely shocked. I'm the first to fire the first shot in video form. However, he's going to realize that I won't be as easy as Deviant Crow and the others were. Why does this give me Doodle Tones vibes?
My favorite part of this is at the very end, because it gives a really great insight. I think so far it's been worth it. Being the first to call out a name as big as Mr. Medicare, because truth be told, I think this is something he's needed for a while. Well, thank God. Doodle Tones is there to call me out. It's something I've needed for a while. What with leading all these lynch mobs. It's very important that somebody stop me before more innocent people are hurt.
You're not the first to fire a shot in video form. And you're even easier than Deviant Crow and the others were. Now, Darkscythe, if you're wondering why you were easier, let me give you some pointers, some problems with your video. You're an idiot who publicized the private videos that you said I deleted the comments on, and then admitted my comments were commented in December 2020. If I'm Kylo Ren and Darkscythe Jr., that you forgot to wrap it up, right?
This guy's been writing my she-ness for some time now. This all started because I put my girl cock inside of a femoid in high school and forgot to use the wrapper, unfortunately.
Makes you Han Solo, and we all know what happened to Han.
Thank you.
My illegitimate son.